Yo, what is up, everybody? It's your boy, Trogdor Gaming, with another awesome and exciting episode of our Gale Randomized Challenge Run. Hopefully, everybody's doing all right today. So, I made a bit of an oopsie, and we're doing a voice overlay over the actual video because I was so excited to record this episode that, well, kind of forgot to make sure my mic was actually properly connected. So, this episode, and unfortunately, the next episode, which luckily are kind of short, thank goodness, are going to be from Editor Trog. So, terribly sorry, but we'll see what I can do. Hopefully, won't be as exciting as my voice would be in the actual gameplay. Probably be a lot less swearing, but still. Anyways, let's get right into the action. So we kill Watchdog Gale. Easy kill, honestly, didn't have to stress out at all. And grab 3 embers. From there, we run ahead, grab some more of the items off the bridge, get through the bear because we got that small doll that we bought at the beginning. If you guys saw the earlier episodes, which I hope to God you did. If not, this is going to be a very confusing playthrough. And we found a covenant. I love that we just, with the random items everywhere, you never know what the hell you're going to get. You get some really good stuff, or you might get some absolute garbage. So, light our bonfire, rest to get all our S's back, even though we only lost one because honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I thought this would take us so much longer to try to get through all these gales and just trying to get all the items. Normally, we've been trying to just skip the items we enter these areas, but dude, I'm not gonna lie, this area was so stressful because there's so many small nooks and crannies. You don't realize it until you're like, oh yeah, Gale's a big boss. He can't get me. Oh wait, he glitches out of the map to grab you and throw you everywhere. Honestly, grabbing the Frayed Blade was freaking amazing. If we ever respec, we'll probably go Frayed Blade because of how freaking awesome it is. And honestly, we haven't had. I don't think for a challenge run for Dark Souls 3 we've ran with a boss weapon, or at least not one that I can remember. So getting the reversal ring was kind of nice. It might be something to sell later, might not be. But anyways, trying to get away from all these gales as they gale pile us, aka the dog pile. It was just so awful seeing how many gales were right there. Dude, I was freaking the hell out. I was just like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to run into this corner? Am I supposed to like run and try to avoid them? And it was just, oh my god, it was so awful. But we make we make a little bit more progress on our second attempt. The wonderful thing about Gale is that he's so easily cheesable, depending on the situation and how diverse your mind is with trying to come up with cheese strats, right? It's like, okay, so he picks me up here. Where am I going to go? What's the best idea? Well, he throws me into the wall here, so I'm thinking, oh yeah, I can't be hit here. This is great. But wait, there's one thing I always forget about. Gale can grab us through the wall. Not saying he will, but he does. And it's just like, why? How? So, chug our drink, just because you got to get that Sunny D. And then we try to make another run for it and instantly die because all of their hits stagger and not smack us. So we get hit by 3 different gales and die immediately. It's the greatest experience of all time. I'm not going to lie. At this point, I was like, I have no idea how the hell I'm going to get through this. So we just bit the bullet and just started like, this is going to take like 3.5 hours to do. Nah, we got through it pretty quick here. So activating our Ultra Instinct, even though we take damage because we rolled and it doesn't matter. So, you gotta love that when you roll and still take damage from a boss's hit. You gotta love those Dark Souls 2 hitboxes, dude. They always make their comebacks. Also, I would also like to say that I'm like super rusty from Dark Souls 3. It has been it's been about 4 days since I recorded a video before I started doing this, because I've been getting ready for the Elden Ring playthrough and getting our DLC character ready, especially after we did the giveaway and everything, so I was super pumped to play Elden Ring. And dude, not all the controls are different, but like the main controls, like for Xbox controller, it's Y to like do any actions or anything like that. On Xbox, it's A. And not only that, A is jump. So I'm thinking, oh, I can jump and do that and get up there. But it's like, oh, wait, I can't actually jump because this isn't frickin' Elden Ring. Though, honestly, if they had a jump mechanic in Dark Souls 3, it would probably make the game like 1,000 times easier. Not that they don't have a jump, but an actual jump that's not just like this weird hop. That I look like I'm just trying to do a long jump from high school, trying to impress the girls. Oh, but oh my god, these Gales were frickin' ruthless. Honestly, just to see who's been watching my content all the way through, if you're still here, which Gale do you think would have been worse? Do you think Phase 1 Gale was the Gale to go with, or would Phase 2 Gale have been a lot worse just because of their teleporting and all that? Honestly, I personally think Phase 1 Gale is way worse because of how aggressive they are, and Phase 2 Gale, yeah, they teleport, but I feel like the arrows are pretty easy to dodge, honestly. I don't think it's that big of an issue. So I had a wonderful idea here, trying to cheese the Gales. It's like, why are you on this other side of the barrier? Oh, well, I don't think they can get by. Well, joke's on me. Yeah, they can. They can get right by that barrier. That barrier ain't saving shit. It does not save my booty from nothing. That barrier was made of paper mache, man. It is just completely useless. You gotta love it. Much like half my stats into health. All of them are worthless. Because it takes 3 hits and Gale kills us. It's fantastic. Like, we have 42 vigor. Like, what the hell? It is so hard to tell. Now we're praying to the Gales above to hopefully throw me towards the stairs, which he actually does. Believe it or not, we cannot believe it. Don't know why I'm not drinking here because, you know, Sunny D, apparently I'm allergic to now, so making it pretty close, and then, Will to Live is over. I won't lie, I cursed myself right there for not drinking the Sunny D. I didn't deserve it, man. I did not deserve my juice. Juice is for good boys that actually have common sense. Juice is not for boys that don't have any common sense when you're not being smashed by enemies to go and do anything. So we had a wonderful idea here, thinking like, oh, perseverance will help us. Oh, wait, it only lasts 5 or 10 seconds. If it lasted like 30 seconds, it'd be great. But it lasts like nothing. It's so useless in this situation. Honestly, not gonna lie, the dog pile of Gales here, I'm surprised it didn't kill us, and how far we actually got. So, don't get me wrong, half our health is still gone, but honestly, we're a champ. We're a trooper for making it as far as we did. I do feel bad that we missed like 90% of the items in this area, but unless I'm gonna like door cheese 80% of these Gales, I don't think it's possible. So honestly, this is like 90% unedited, and it only took us like 9 minutes to get to this bonfire, which I thought it would take hours. I thought I was gonna have to do another death compilation. Thank God that did not happen here. Honestly, large Titanite, not super huge about. We don't really care about regular weapons right now. And honestly, it's kind of mid. Lothric's Holy Sword, another boss weapon. Don't know why the game is just being super nice to us and giving us boss weapons. But Lothric's Holy Sword is only good, in my opinion, if you can get Lorian's sword and then combine the two. Then you have like one of the best swords in the game, honestly. Or at least in my opinion. Alright, so real quick edit. We sped up this fight just because I don't remember if this Gale actually gave us an item or not. And instead of watching us fight him for 5 minutes, we got the Seed Brew and the Divine Blessing and a Storm Ruler, which would be great for where we're at in the game if I was actually going to fight a Yorm. But, of course, everything's freaking Gael, so no need to worry about Yorm. So, move on from there, we find out, oh wait, there's going to be a ton of Gales in here, because you remember all those little crawly enemies? Yeah, they're all this guy. And this is just a taste of our pain. Alright, after dying super badly to all those different Gales, it was like, alright, they didn't seem like they could make it all the way up to us, so it was time to think of ideas to door cheese these guys. And it doesn't look like all of the Gales get super aggressive, so I can kind of lure a lot of them to this doorway and kind of just wait them out, which is kind of what I do here. We try to get up a little above the door, seeing if this will work, and it looks like it is, kind of piling them all right there, because honestly, I'd rather them pile each other than us. Always the best idea to go about doing. So, nothing like standing here waiting for these Gales. Did a quick cut just to make sure that all of them were actually gone, and we didn't have to make y'all wait 5-10 minutes from waiting these stupid Gales out. From here, it's just hopefully just a quick run. We wait to look behind us to make sure these Gales aren't going to be aggroed or anything, or however many more there are. And from there, we just run off. I was thinking the best way would be to go to the right, but honestly, it was kind of 50-50 here. Get the Valor Heart, another boss weapon. Honestly, I'm loving all the different boss weapons we're getting. Probably never going to use half of them, but it was pretty cool to get them, not going to lie. I think the best one was probably Lothric's Holy Sword. Oh no, that's not true. Frayed Blade. Duh. From here, it was very nerve-wracking because we've seen Gales jump up like 20 feet to like stab us and get us, and then we've seen Gales like 10 feet up above us still frickin' hit us with a stupid stab attack or a grab attack that throws us through the map. So it's like being stuck between a rock and a hard place. You have no idea where to go. You have no idea what you're doing and if it's going to be right or not. So you're just kind of hoping for a single opening. You're just waiting on one opening. You have no idea what that opening is. So I was thinking if I could get this Gale to move by just throwing a single firebomb at him and aggroing him towards me, I could run that way. Well, little did I know, Gale does not give a damn what you throw at him. He's just like, oh, that was cute. Do you want to try again? And it's like, yeah, I kind of do. Come here. Oh, wait, you still won't frickin' move. So I thought I was safe, right? I'm going to try to grab this item, which I failed miserably at. And then, oh, wait, every Gale in a 6-mile radius just frickin' locked on to me. It was great. There's nothing like being dogpiled by a bunch of Gales, trapped in a corner, and just looking right at the hole in their giant chest that you just want to plunge your sword in and be like, I found your Dark Soul. Here it is. Now leave me the hell alone. Oh, man, I'm telling you right now. After this challenge, I'm not touching Dark Souls 3 for a long, long time. But I feel like it'd be the same if I did like a Dark Souls 1 all Manus run or a Dark Souls 2 like all Fume Knight run. I would assume Fume Knight would probably be the worst Dark Souls 2 boss to do that run for. Can't really think of another one that would be as bad as these. I still think Gael is probably worse than Fume Knight, so. But after that wonderful death and finding out, hey, we can pile all the Gales here, honestly got to get that going again. So we start doing the cheese. We quit out, go back in. Oh, that's right. So I forgot we lost recording. So not only did I mess up my voice, we also lost recording. So the reason we had to quit out and go back in, there were a ton of Gales here. Essentially, all y'all missed was me running down the stairs instead of doing where that ring item is for New Game Plus. So from the ledge, we just ran down, and there's still a bunch of items, and I don't feel comfortable trying to get all of them. So we grabbed this one, which is Twinkling Titanite. So let's go. Can finally get a maxed out weapon. So that's pretty awesome, not gonna lie. Didn't think we'd be getting a maxed out weapon until probably Lothric Castle, but Honestly, not gonna lie, it was pretty hype getting that. So, especially since we already have Titanite slabs for sale literally everywhere we frickin' go. So, also thought we were gonna get stuck in this sewer because of how small it was and how many gales there were. Was thinking maybe I could door cheese the gales to try and get the items, but it was like, do I really want to wait on all these gales that can jump up through the map apparently to hit me? Yeah, I didn't think so. Didn't think I'd want to do that. I was like, we can just run for all these items later. Story of this run, we don't ever go back. We never go back for the items. That's just a fact. We ain't got time for it. Also, there are way too many gales. So from there, we make it finally into the Silver Knight room. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought this room alone was gonna be really bad. But honestly, this was probably like the easiest part of today. Just this little stretch of room and to here, because all we had to do was door cheese gales. We pissed them off, we got items, and then we were able to make it pretty far up every time. The only bad thing is you don't realize how close quarters an area is until you have it's Gale's a big enemy. You know, he's not like gigantic like Yorm, but I mean, he takes up like over half the stairway by himself. And when you got three of them chasing you, you don't have a lot of options here, except for like trying to figure out ways to run past them and to cheese them. So unfortunately, I got myself stuck again trying to be smart and cheese these gales. So I was like, all right, he's stuck here. He's going to try to hit me. I might be able to try to fight him a little bit. Instead, another gale somehow gets through with that stupid spear attack, which we have seen multiple times in the past. And I'm not going to lie, it pisses the hell out of me. Or pisses me the hell off because I have no idea how the hell he frame perfect jumped between two doorways to get to me. So, honestly, getting these chests was pretty nice, and all the items and weapons and upgrade materials. It was pretty great. Not gonna lie, didn't even think we'd be able to get them. Only bad thing is that we got the poison bite ring, and not gonna lie, I could have gotten that. If I could have gotten that so much sooner before everything, I would have been so much happier. So, honestly, was not happy about having two different gales on me in this little room here. It was honestly a pain in the ass just trying to avoid them. And honestly, I know a lot of people give me crap, but trying to fight two or more gales is just a pain, right? So if I can always try to make the fight a 1v1, it's just so much easier. It's like night and day trying to fight. Uh, Honestly, it's like trying to fight what's a Ornstein and Smo at the same time, but instead Ornstein is already in Super Smo mode. That's the only way I can kind of like describe it. Honestly, I'm getting really good at dodging a lot of these gales and getting a lot of their items. So we were pretty happy with how all of this worked out because a lot of these gales apparently gave us stuff, which I really wasn't expecting a whole lot from them. So after like another 5 minutes of just randomly swinging my sword to try and kill these gales in their doorway, we finally got out. And I'm like, all right, three gales rushed us. Shouldn't be too much more because I don't remember how many gales are actually on this pathway. But it's not as bad as I remember, right? Because you would think, oh yeah, there's gonna be like six enemies, and then you got all the ones in the building up here that rush you. And I forgot how many were in the building right there. So here, I'll just shut up and let y'all see this. Yeah, that was great. All our entire health bar of 42 vigor gone just like that. So all that work we had to go back and redo. And not gonna lie, I did not want to door cheese more gales. It is such a pain to try and door cheese them all and then watch them get unstuck from the door cheese with that stupid lunge attack and then grab me and throw me through a wall. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty over it. So I was double checking our vigor, and that's the only reason why I know it was around 42, 44. So is because of when I checked it right there. Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't normally have this much health by this area. I'm running normally like 15 to like 25 vigor. I don't normally have already 40 something vigor because really there's no reason to. Also, for some reason, there were no Silver Knights here. They were kind of gone, and I wasn't complaining. I didn't know they did not respawn. I thought they always respawned. So, way to go for us. We were pretty excited. So, best bet here was just like, all right, so I got 3 Gales I got to deal with instead of like 7. So, that's all right. That's not terrible. Trying to think of better ways to deal with these things. And honestly, it's just kind of like, all right, we wait for them here. Hopefully, they'll come. After they're done, we move on to the next bit. You know, it's the same old, same old. It's story, it's the tale as old as time. How do you cheese all these bosses all at once while trying to save your own hide? So, again, we just kind of chill out, wait for the Gales to do their own thing. Hope to God that they don't get unstuck. So after waiting what felt like an eternity for all these Gales to just off each other, instead of just like fighting the last Gale like we normally do, I was like, hopefully he'll stay stuck in this room because I'm gonna book it. Because it seems like no matter where I am, Gale will run at that part of the wall. So I was hoping to abuse his AI in this part, just trying to get away. And then instead of running up the stairs to try and get all these Gales to follow us, I was like, there's a shortcut here. I'm going to be smart. I'm going to use the shortcut to our advantage with the elevator because there should be a hole, and all these Gales, hopefully, will run into the hole. That was my thought. And I'm not going to lie, this was pretty genius of us to try it and do because I don't feel like a lot of people would have been like, oh yeah, this elevator's here. Because I'm not going to lie, in a normal playthrough, I never touch this elevator. I don't know anybody who actually uses this elevator unless they're just like helping new people through the game. They show them it once and like, yeah, no one ever uses it really. You don't really need this. So, because personally, I don't think I touch it until after, yeah, I only touched it on my first playthrough. If y'all actually use that elevator, I would love to know why. Because it's a okay shortcut, but really it's not that great. Distant Manor is still not that bad compared to that. I mean, I feel like at the church you still gotta run away from Pontiff Knights and then the Fire Witches on Vanilla if you're even not doing a randomizer. That's just me personally. So from here, it was like, all right, we're almost to the end. We're so close to just getting to Pontiff. Let's just get this over with. I have plenty of Estus. 11 is fine for early for Pontiff, you know, because we have fought plenty of stronger Gale bosses without this much Estus. And honestly, 175 for Pontiff Gale was not bad. Honestly, Pontiff Gale is such a great name. I wish it could have been something a little bit better, but I mean, it is what it is. Gale as Pontiff was so nuts until, you know, a new challenger approaches like halfway through the battle, which gets pretty funny, not gonna lie. So, yeah, see, we get a second challenger now. And I'm not gonna lie, we didn't give up like we normally do because we were already in this boss fight. We were in it to win it. It was just like, how can I get both of these guys to try and kill one another? Because for some reason, it seems like boss Gale is weaker than enemy Gale, which to me doesn't make any sense. Because you can see, I'm doing a lot more damage to the boss than I am to the actual enemy itself. So, was really weirded out by that. Because honestly, I never would have guessed that the bosses for the area would be so much weaker than the actual Gales themselves. Not gonna lie, we pretty much clenched my booty here. Just trying to dodge these Gales and their constant frickin' dive bombing on us. It was not a fun experience. Honestly, was probably one of the worst experiences I've ever had. just trying to dodge these guys. And from that, we got a Baymore, though, so it was definitely worth it. Love the Baymore. But here's the funny part, right? All I wanted to do was try to get the bonfire. There are gales, there's enemies up above us, the Titanite lizards, and I think there's a mimic, and they all just come into this room. And now that the boss fog's not there, all those gales that we ran by are just like, oh yeah, we're coming too, right? This is just a gale for all. It's a gale free for all. We're all coming for you. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to grab a bonfire? No, you can't do that, sir. That's not allowed. So at this point, we were like debating, do we actually want to run this next area? I really just wanted to be done with this boss and just like end this area because not gonna lie, I was pretty tired of all the gales just getting us and just being absolutely annoying. Because this happened at the distant manor bonfire too. All the gales that chased us were somehow glitching out. So our only goal was to touch the bonfire, because if you touch the bonfire, it's technically lit and you don't have to worry about anything. So that was the best part about that. And so from there, I couldn't really get away from the gales to rest at a bonfire. So I was like, well, I'm already here. I already got all these gales on us. We don't really need the 70,000 souls, because what am I going to put it into? I'm just going to put it more into health, and I really don't need it. So I was like, I'll do a last-ditch effort to get some items. Titanite scale, not great. Maybe try to get this shortcut. Oh, wait, I forgot this shortcut is full of freaking gales that are already trying to kill me. And there's gales behind us, too, which somehow got lost trying to hit us. So I don't know. I'm telling you, sometimes the Gale AI is like super smart, and then at other times it's like the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like it ate an entire box of crayons and then shit them out and ate them again. That is how smart these Gales are. But from there, it was like, all right, we're burnt out. We need to stop. I need to figure out how I'm going to do the next area because we already can tell it's going to be bad. So it was time to end it, and that's where we did end it. So let me say thank you guys right now. I know I'm not great at voiceovers, so thank you guys so much if you actually made it all the way through this video. It means so much to me how much the channel's been growing lately. I love y'all. Stay safe out there, and I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Hit that, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I hope to see you all next time. Peace out.